something called dimension and fact table. And the dimension and fact table designing is done by data modeling. In this data modeling, we will define the granularity of a system. The granularity is the smallest measurable amount in a data warehouse system. Say if you are going to Walmart, when you scan a single product, okay, there will be a beep sound. Okay? If you hear a beep sound, that beep sound can be the smallest measurable amount of a data warehouse system, right? Or time can be the granularity of a system. How we define time in hour, minute, second. So 1 second can be a granularity, or 10 seconds can be, or 1 minute can be, or 1 hour can be. See how many products we sold in last 1 hour, 1 minute,
right?
Okay. These can be defined as a granularity. Okay. According to this granularity, the size of the database varies. Okay. If my granularity is the least, the second is my granularity, then the data warehouse size will be greater than the granularity, hourly granularity. Okay, hourly cell granularity data warehouse size will be lesser compared to the second derived granularity data warehouse system. So when we try to get into transaction, we try to see that. Okay, so don't worry about that. So in database we have different things like users. What are the users like? Native users, database administrator, application programmers like that. And in interfaces, this is the GUI that what I'm talking about before. We access the data files through the system file. And there are something called disk storage. These are the storage. Disk storage data and data dictionaries, statistical data. Data dictionary is an important thing. Data dictionary will hold all the necessary, like a dictionary for the database. It holds all the necessary information to run the database. Okay, this dictionary. Not a problem with the database. And query processor. This is just like command interfaces. Okay, so for SQL Server also we have, for Oracle also we have the command interface. Okay, so in command interface we can directly execute the SQL queries. So what are the SQL queries? Structured query language. Okay, so this structured query language can be easily executed on a command line interfaces. Okay, this command line interface process that data through the query processor to retrieve the data. In Oracle we have a command line interface called Oracle Plus. Oracle Plus is the Oracle database supplied command line interface to the query processor that will process the query. These are the different kinds of queries like UML, BDL, transaction control, like different kinds of SQL queries that we are going to execute through the command line interface to the query processor to process and get the data. Okay. So these are the different jobs of database administrator. Structure definition, storage, structure access method definition, granting user authority to access the database, specifying integrity constraints, then monitoring performance, responding to the. These are not important for us. Okay. This one now. Okay. So, is the level of data abstraction. What are the different level of data abstraction? The physical level where we store the data files, okay, and the logical level that describes the data stored in a database. What is this mean? If we are storing the data in files, we can't see that data through the GUI. So what we have defined is we defined a logical level through which we can see the data present in the file system. Like in databases also the data is stored in a kind of file system. Okay. To see that data, what we will do is the logical data. We will do all the operations through the logical data because we don't know the Oracle's or the Teradata's proprietary file system. Okay, so we will use their supplied logical level. That we will try to view the data through the logical level. This is the logical level. It will show the view. These are different views. We have different views in the database. Through the physical level, we will access the logical, where we can see the views. Okay? Database schema and instances. See, there are mainly three things you need to remember. This varies from database to database. These are users, schema, instance. These are the three things you need to be very thorough about. Instance is the actual content of database at a particular moment. So when I install an Oracle database in your system, I installed a single instance. There is only one instance in your system. That instance name is ORCL, Oracle ORCL. This is known as the SID. This is the Oracle instance name or Oracle unique identifier. Okay. So when we install SQL Server, we will be having an instance called the basic instance. Okay, we can change the name of this instance. The basic instance is MS SQL Server. This is the basic instance. Okay. For Teradata, we can install a basic instance or single instance, that is known as CD. And for DB2, when we install DB2 in a system, we will be having, if we are doing a standalone single installation, then that will be a DB2 instance. Okay. So instance is a single installation. We have multiple installations. These are called multiple instances. Okay. So single installation is one of, that is why this is saying here, actual content of database at a particular moment instance. So think about